welcome back to some Cuphead with delicious last course. I'm dear darling, and work up your appetite as it's a good day for a swell battle. Sorry, let me get my mouse off screen. Where we are in the dream realm and taking on the angel and the devil. I can be your angel, or I can be your devil, or I can be, you know, quite literally both of them. And it's quite the difficult mechanic to wrap your head around. Basically, the direction we're facing will always have the devil in front of us, and the angel will always be behind us. So the angel's attacks do not damage us, but the devils do. So, but they both always simultaneously sort of attack. I should have parried that. Could have dodged that if I just parried. Could have dodged that if I just switched. You see? It's giving you another sort of level of being able to dodge, and you're kind of forced to because you have no charms. We can't rely on good old smoke dash here to basically choose our way through learning how to dodge many of the attacks. Which is why I'm not really dashing all that much, because dashing without smoke dash I don't think is that great. And like 3 simultaneous ways to sort of dodge attacks is just too much, I'm going to be honest. So the strategy I am relying on, mostly, is that I'm mostly facing left, shooting right, except for when I need to dodge the wall coming from right to left, in which case I will obviously switch direction I'm facing, and basically just sort of try to dodge all projectiles, so I don't need to worry about if it's the angel or the devil. Oh, that was very dicey, I'm not gonna lie. Not dicey dungeons. That was a point where I should have dashed to make sure I Apologies for that, a little bit of a jump cut. I don't think this run is going particularly well, so, you know, does it really matter? No, but, could have retried, but anyway, I don't know if I particularly finished explaining exactly the mechanic, not the mechanic, but my own strategy for going through this, but it's basically dodge everything, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, like that. You have to excuse me, I'm sneezing quite a lot. But I think we have this one in the bag, because luckily it's basically just this one mechanic over and over. So it's not actually too bad once you get used to it. Once you have some sort of strategy, it just becomes sort of like a numbers game of how long does it take you to get a run where you're basically switched on for the entire thing and you don't make any mistakes. Well, no mistakes. Just like not many mistakes. Oh gosh. It really is hard because you really have to sort of like overwrite a lot of what your brain's telling you to do. And I think our next mission is to start putting parries in, if we can. So we can speed up the fight by doing some super damage. But it's easier said than done, because my brain is not well accustomed, I suppose, to the switching mechanic yet. Enough so to actually incorporate trying to get some parries going. That's okay. I mean, it could be basically what we also do is instead of trying to just dodge everything, we also try and parry everything. I don't know if that's a good way to go about it, because that sort of it's basically I'm making a gamble when I'm choosing to dodge everything, but it's easier to figure out. This fight is easier to sort of manage in your mind if you dodge everything compared to trying to figure out who you should simultaneously be making, not simultaneously, simultaneously with who you should be making the angel and devil to dodge attacks. I'm not sure if sticking completely to one side is actually doing me many favours. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it works out great, but a lot of the times it doesn't really, so I think maybe I should be attacking a little bit more indiscriminately. Just have a default direction, I suppose. Might not be a bad idea, but... Oh gosh. Being too focused on making sure you're hitting in one direction could be my downfall, I think. Should have parried that. Should have parried that. Every time I'm about to get hit by any projectile, I should try and get it into my muscle memory. Just mash A. It might be a parryable projectile. And having that reaction speed to parry it, honestly, will probably do dividends. Oh gosh. Okay, you know what? We shouldn't be trying to introduce parry. What we should be doing is trying to introduce the emergency dash, where we need to dash away from an attack. Because I've sort of forgotten about it in this fight because it's not a smoke dash. It doesn't give us invulnerability. But you know, once we sort of unlearn our bad habits, we need to also simultaneously unlearn the fact that the smoke dash is not invincibility anymore. Instead, it should be used as it is, a movement tool. To get us out of tricky situations, you know? Like that. Perfect time to dash, you know, so we wouldn't have to jump into that projectile. Oh god. And my brain could just not figure out how to do how to escape that situation. Ended up far too close to the left, and then just could not do anything from that direction. Okay, that was it. Honestly, we just dodged by standing still, which sometimes, you know, is the best way to dodge. Just make yourself invisible. It's called the stealth strategy. Not often employed in Cuphead, only on Calimari as a fight. Oh, these micro adjustments, I gotta stop with them. I gotta jump deliberately, you know? All my movements have to be very deliberate. And very accurate. Pinpoint precision. Good use of dash, bad use of switch. We can actually use our super to... Oh! That was just unfortunate. We can use our super basically to see how far we got in the fight. It seems like getting 5 super will probably... That's a terrible start to fight. 5 super is basically the end of a fight. Just an atrocious run. It's just like the law of karma, you know, the universe giveth, the universe taketh. You have a really good run, it's followed up immediately by the worst run of your career. It's just sometimes how it goes. Okay, that was a good save, you know. Because while it's a good idea to try and mash A to actually do projectiles, a lot of times you can end up dodging if you just switch the direction you're facing. I don't know what happened there. I think I switched that fireball into existence, which is not a good idea. There, straight up just panicked. So I was jumping into a fireball, but as I jumped into it, it turned off course into an angelic projectile. But, you know, my brain still panicked. My brain does not have lightning quick reactions, so I didn't know what to do, and I just continued, and I just, you know, switched back and made it a fireball again. There was the opposite problem. Which is, you know, exactly what the fight sort of preys on, doesn't it? Because your brain has reactions, you know, where it just goes like, oh, that's a fireball, make sure I dodge that fireball. But if it's not there, you know, you sort of like ignore it, you look over it. That's exactly what the fight preys on, because of how rapidly things switch back and forth. The thing you thought was safe now suddenly becomes a projectile, so you really got to pay attention and sort of just dodge everything. In my opinion. I don't know how on earth you can S-rank this fight. It's been an absolute nightmare. Okay, good. And then sometimes we can use our super certainly to try and get ourselves out of a sticky situation by using some of the invulnerability things, but remember, there's not a lot. Oh, okay. I don't know how we didn't take damage there. We didn't do a lot of damage, but, you know, not taking damage is almost as good as not doing damage. A good offense is a good defense, and vice versa, which is very confusing. So it's basically sort of like, don't, you know, skimp out on either of them. Okay, that was a miraculous dodge, I'm not gonna lie. I have no idea how... Well, I have no idea, obviously I just didn't get hit by any of the projectiles, but it was honestly a miracle that we didn't get hit by anything there and there, to be honest. There I forgot to let go of my lock button, so just ended up not moving. This is getting tricky. No. I knew I messed up as soon as I did that. I knew I messed up as soon as I did it. That was such a good run as well. I'm not gonna lie. We basically need another one of those, but slightly better. And then we're good. That's this fight done. Okay. Okay. I think we're sort of slowly getting into the hang of dodging things. You know, dodging both projectiles, I think, is the way to go. I don't think it's a way to go for S-ranking things, because then you don't parry anything, but it's the way to go for just, you know, doing your usual sort of clear that I'm doing right now. But, you know, we won't have to worry about S-ranking this until way later. And whether we even will be S-ranking everything sort of remains to be seen. If you're wondering why I'm saying it so ambiguously, is basically if Cuphead is super well received, then I will go back and S-rank bosses, like the main game. So you can sort of see the struggle I had when I actually played through the main game. That was incredible dodging abilities. Okay. Okay, nice. Okay. You know, don't panic. Don't panic. I had to dodge out preemptively. Oh, we were so close. We were so unbelievably close. I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to jinx it. I was like, I feel like we must be so close because we have done so much damage. We've been on this fight for ages and we had 4 supers. So it seems like 4.5 supers or something. That was what we need. But it's okay. Because we've done it now, we know we can do it again. But, you know, it might be disheartening to get that... Oh, gosh. It might be disheartening... Oh, gosh. disheartening to get that close and also take all this dumb damage. But it just means that you are... Or we are skilled enough to get that far, you know? We're able to make it. And thus, you know, victory is within our grasp. We just had to clasp it with both hands and make sure it doesn't run away from us this time. Probably not the best way to phrase that, but, you know, like a escaped chicken or something is what I meant. You know, you ever do that? Or farmyard people rise up? I don't know what to farm, so I'll continue sitting. Okay, too much commentary, mate. Like this fight requires so much brain power to actually not even understand what's going on, but to actually actively use the mechanics to your advantage. Oh, that was annoying because my brain was telling me hold down lock, but of course my hands were like, no, we don't need to. But you know, the brain was right in this case. It's not always right, you know. Sometimes you need the slow logical processing of the brain, and sometimes you need the twitch reaction to the hands the central nervous system gives you. Is it the central nervous system? No, it doesn't sound right. Well, how's it work with like It's something like some of the processes go through the neurons, they just completely bypass the brain. They just go like straight through your spinal cord, straight into like whatever muscle needs to contract to do the thing. Sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need those twitch reactions. You need those instincts. Those mechanical gaming instincts, those pro gamer instincts, to actually be able to dodge whatever's going on. That was pure luck. That's pure luck. I dodged that. That was pure failure on my behalf to actually dodge that. Oh god! I don't know why I didn't jump there. I'm gonna be honest. I think I just missed the A button. Oh, okay. That way was just running around. Okay, you know what? Take a sip of water. Stay hydrated. It's a tough boss, but it doesn't get any tougher. It's just the same thing over and over. I mean, it might be firing more projectiles, I think, as it gets lower and lower. I can't really tell, but this boss is rather consistent exactly with how much health it has, the attacks it has, you know. There's no surprises that I know of. I mean, there might be a phase 2, in which case I'll just sort of be like, right. This is if this is just phase 1, this is one of the longest phases 1s in any boss fight history. It'd probably be not actually longer than the Devils, but it feels like it's longer than the Devils. And the OG Cuphead. Oh, my brain was like move, but the hands were like no. You know, brain, you gotta have more things. You just gotta be move left, and hands, you gotta trust your brain more. You know. Honestly, that one I just didn't see the projectile. It was in my blind spot. You might be like, isn't the blind spot more like if you focus? Oh god, I forgot what to do. If you focus on one area, it sort of like appears that like slightly to like the left or right or whatever. Have you seen that? Excuse me, you sometimes see it in science books, which I used to have like as kids. It's like, look at this illusion. If you focus on the dot and you hold this book at like a certain distance away from you, the other dot, which appears on the page, just disappears because it's like your eyes just for whatever reason have like a literal blind spot where they literally can't see anything. And that thing, your brain sort of just fills in the gap. And then it just sees the rest of the blank page around it. So it's just like, oh, that just must be more blank page, rather than being like, no, there's a sneaky dot there. I tried to parry that, but of course I was on the ground, so, you know, I can't really parry things while I'm on the ground like that. That was quite a difficult dodge, I'm not gonna lie. That was one where I should have mashed a parry. That's right, you know. A little bit of regression before we get that super run, where things just pop and things just come together. You know, when you get into that trance state, and when you know exactly what you do, what you're doing. As Yahtzee said in zero punctuation, it's like that eternal state of bliss or something. I mean, you just like beat the boss without taking any damage. I don't think that's happened to us yet on Delicious Articles, but again, I've only defeated 2 bosses, so you know, let's maybe not get ahead of ourselves and try and predict things which may or may not happen. Okay. Whew. I was just awkward timing all around. Okay, that was honestly a miracle. But you know what? Maybe we should. Whenever like we need a panic button, and the panic button is use super. You know. Whenever you're like, I think I'm about to get hit by something, use super, and hopefully that sort of startup invulnerability will be enough for you to actually get a little bit out of the pickle. And sometimes it won't be, and that's fine. But sometimes it will be, and it will be on a run where you need it to be. We did it! A horrible night to have a curse. The Angel and Devil have been defeated. Oh my word! What a tough fight that was. So what's that giving us? I don't know, but he's pretty happy. Could it be? The fabled cursed relic, long thought lost to time. Awoken. I can't read. The fabled cursed relic, long thought lost to time, awoken at last. I've seen writings that say it despises bravery. Excuse me. With a greater foe, more evil shall go. What could it mean? With a greater foe, more evil shall go. Is that like a next part of riddle? I've seen writing that says it despises bravery. With a greater foe, more evil shall go. What does that mean? I don't know, but let's not sort of worry about it yet. Maybe it means it will sort of reappear later on. Acme Hangbar. So this seems like it's going to be a flying mission. I wonder if Miss Chalice, dogfight. I wonder if Miss Chalice has a different fighting style in the plane. Hello. Oh, she's quite pretty. And gone. What do we actually fight? Oh, man. Okay. Oh, we steer you by... I see, okay. By where we're landing on. Also, who are you? Were you someone in the previous game? I honestly don't remember. Okay, this is overwhelming. You thought you were a top dog, but you never had a sniff. Okay. Right, so, okay, that must be like the captain. And you're just like privates or admirals. I don't know what the actual term is, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if we really should be supering this. A problem I'm finding I'm having with this fight is it's got such a busy background, it's quite hard to sort of distinguish the projectiles from what's going on. I wonder if we can stop the little people from firing the tennis balls. Or something. Hello, fire hydrant. Gosh, that attack. Do we just have to dash entirely over it? Also, what's the sort of like ketchup and mustard sort of yeah, I think we have to just fully dash over it. Ketchup and mustard sort of uniform get up you got going on. Very strange. This bone attack is significantly easier for us to dodge. So it seems like just halfway through, fire hydrant, attack, where single fire hydrant seems to come down. Oh, it follows you. Interesting. Oh, wait, hold on. There's another one? Oh, there's lots, it seems. Oh, God. Yeah, it seems like a very good time to use the super to also destroy the fire hydrant. Okay. Oh! I didn't super in the right direction. So then I just got hit by the bones because I couldn't dodge up to where the fire hydrant was. The cat one is surprisingly difficult, or annoying to dodge, I should say. We're getting a lot of damage down there. Oh, the bones, they really blend into the background. Bright white. Didn't even see the tennis ball then. Not even gonna lie to you. Completely my bad. That one's on me. Oh, the bones. They're difficult. They're difficult too. We haven't even seen this lady yet. You know, she's providing aerial support. You know, it's probably we defeat big guy, we fight little guy, and then we fight her. Well, she's probably got a name, but I didn't actually read it when we selected the level, so who knows what it is. The only thing I remember is doggone something. Okay, nice, nice. Oh god, not nice. But luckily this is one of the longer phases in the fight, so as soon as we've done this, we good. Should probably not try and get hit by the cats there. Maybe it's worth trying to sort of rush through this fight by using the supers. Oh, we did like no damage. Okay, so there's 3 phases. The middle phase, tiny. It's also quite a fake out because I really thought this fight was going to be an airplane fight. We haven't had one of those yet in this the DLC. It's not my favourite, the airplane fights, I'm not gonna lie, compared to the other fights. I think the other fights are a lot more fun. Oh god. Well, our smoke dash should take us through the entire thing, right? So perhaps, as long as we do it with right hand, maybe we should just smoke dash. We shouldn't jump for the cat. I don't know if that's necessary. Oh, I have a tennis ball. I wonder if there is a way to stop the tennis ball from sort of firing at us, you know? Oh, come on. You know, it's an amazingly well-crafted Cuphead, this sort of... okay, it doesn't take us through. We do have to have that extra airtime. Because this feels like it should be an overwhelming amount of mechanics which is going out at the same time. You know, you got the dog, you got the small dog. Eventually, you got the big dog mainly attacking you. You got the captain, you know, firing fire hydrants at you. You got the small dog throwing these tennis balls. It feels like it should be overwhelming, but it's just... and you also have, oh god, the plate, which you're controlling. It feels like it should be overwhelming, but it's just enough mechanics to be, of course, fiendishly difficult, but not unmanageable. It's still enough. I will say that Angel and the Demon fight is probably something which sort of flaunts that rule. That probably was a bit too much going on, but, you know, for good reason. It's meant to be quite a difficult fight, probably. Unless it's, I don't know. I suppose it'd be rather disheartening to sort of like see you later, be like, oh, you know, top 10 easiest fights in Cuphead with the DLC, and one of them being the Angel and Devil fight. I mean, I feel like that's certainly one of the fights which is just basically, it depends on who you are. For some people, that mechanic is just going to click, and they'll just know exactly what to do to exactly dodge things. I was not... I feel like I was an okay response to it, but, you know, I'm not going to say I was like fluent in it or anything. Had to make my own shortcuts. You know, the dog that is thrown out there throwing tennis balls kind of looks like Odie from Garfield. Oh, I remember you came back this time. Oh gosh. Oh god, I missed it. Oh, we actually invulnerability frame through it. No! Okay. Come on, your first phase must be over by now. How many times have we hit you? Nice. Okay, what now? Okay. This seems B. Oh, bow. Okay, well, this doesn't seem so bad thus far. You seem a little difficult to hit. I've got one of them. I'm basically not even paying attention. And we'll save our super for what's going to be the final phase, probably. Are you firing more often? Seems like you are. Okay. Hello. Grab it. Ah, come on. Looks like your skills have gone AWOL, Fleabag. AWOL, Fleabags. Okay. This is doable. It's quite long, this first phase. But that second phase is a joke, I would say. You know? I mean, saying that, I'm going to curse myself, I'm going to die on it. The next time I get to it, which is going to be highly embarrassing. But This first phase is difficult. We don't even know what the third phase is apart from the lasers. Worst part is I saw it coming, I just couldn't figure out exactly where to stand. And it really was quite an easy way to dodge. Oh! Just didn't parry, just didn't parry. I have no excuses. See, this would be a really good one to have spread shot on. It's sort of like the Beppy the Clown one where it's really good to have a spread shot because you can hit the fire hydrants as you also attack the boss. It's something you don't have to worry about as much. Oh god. Okay, bow wows. Just don't die in the bow wows. Especially after you were just like, easiest fight in existence. Or easiest phase. Nearly just died to the bow wows, not gonna... I think I landed so I couldn't parry. I just want to see what the death screen was, you know, that's it, don't worry. I don't know what a firm Roger Fox means, but... I guess I also never really computed that. It's probably... That means it's 4 puppies. One in each of the compartments with their own sort of set of tennis balls. That they're checking out. Not that that really makes much of a difference, just, you know... Interesting sort of little tidbit. Interesting sort of little detail. I think it's certainly a lot easier to just be able to... Oh god. Should have parried. But I didn't. You know. I thought you'd be mad at me, but you didn't. But you weren't or something. I thought you'd yell at me something, but you didn't. You know that poem? It's a good poem. Oh god. One about some... It's a bit of a sad poem, but it's one about some like woman's husband like doing all these sort of things about her thinking he would get mad at her, but then he didn't. And then there was the actual gut punch of the final line being like, I'd make it all up to you or something when you came back from the war, but you didn't. I kind of like spoiled it for you if you haven't seen it. I apologise. You should definitely go look up the poem. It's a very sad poem. Very hard hitting. Yeah, we should basically use all our supers, I think, on this phase of the fight, because it's so easy to parry on the... Oh, I forgot, you came back. Like a boomerang, always coming back. It's much easier to parry on the bow wow section. The little bow wow sections, I'm going to call it. Oh, they don't follow forever, it seems. They only follow you for a little bit. Ow. They're just difficult to hit, you know. It's just annoying to hit you know, when you're circling around and all that. This must be one of the easier S-rank boss fights, though, depending on how difficult the last phase is, because there's such an easy parry opportunity here. Okay. We know what's going on now. Okay. Oh, it's a parry laser. Okay, so that's basically the little tutorial section where it's basically like, hey, these are the mechanics you're going to have to deal with when you get to that stage of a fight. That's interesting, a parry laser. A continuous parry, probably back and forth. Not back and forth, but over and over again every time we land on it. It seems like we didn't do any damage to it yet, so we had to wait for the lasers, and there's probably just like windows of opportunity to actually damage her. In a spacecraft. Oh. Just missed it, I'll be honest. Not the greatest fun. Honestly, a well-sniped tennis ball. How much time do we have? I think it was a minute was the last bit where I had to stop recording, so we're probably close to our allocated time for this episode. I'm not going to say we're close on this one. This doesn't feel as close as the demon ones last episode, because we haven't really seen much of the third phase. I do want to get to the third phase again, though, just so we can see what sort of mechanics she's got, so I can sort of like internalize them. Oh god. Before next episode, but that's, you know, probably not going to happen. Methinks. Luckily these fire hydrants are very squishy. They don't take much at all to sort of self-combust. Okay, 2 health going into the bow wow section, that's pretty good. Bow. Wow. Because 2 health in this section basically means 2 health for the final section. Probably. As long as we don't just like recklessly jump into one of the letters, or one of the people actually. I'd imagine the dogs themselves have a hitbox. Don't know if that's true. I wonder if they have, all 4 of them have separate health bars. That'd be interesting. Okay, lasers. We know what to expect now. Dodge that laser. Dodge that laser. Parry that laser. What the heck? What? Okay. What? Okay, noted. So, it just turns the screen sideways. But our laser does not turn sideways, as it makes sense. It's just literally the screen is turning sideways. Okay. And she's got things which sweep along the actual airplane itself. Okay, so that makes sense because she grabs onto the actual screen itself. Right. I think we might be able to defeat her next time. I don't really know what to say. That seems like it's going to be quite troublesome, but it's not the worst mechanic to deal with. I don't think the screen turning. I'm going to make a prediction now. She probably turns it like upside down or all the way around. Maybe she even flips the screen. But yes, we're going to round off the episode here. So if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Cuphead. I've been Dear Darling. Any likes, comments, subscription, shares, I greatly appreciate it. Join me Dear Darling Discord. Follow me on Twitter down below. Hope to see each other again. But for now, it's farewell. So until next time, bye bye for now.